and welcome to Stand Up Diaries, entry 24. And I thought it might be fun to get one of you guys to do one of my entries for me. So if anyone wants to do entry 30 and do a design and just send me an email or a Facebook message or, just comment on my YouTube or Tumblr or whatever, I would gladly use someone else's because I like change. That's why I write a lot of new jokes. So just throwing that out there in case anyone wants to do that. And yesterday was a fun night of comedy. Yesterday was what? Saturday night, yeah. And a car full of comics went to Brampton. So Justin Lake drove me, Chad Gibson, Hannah Hogan, and Jay Freeborn. And it was an interesting night of comedy. There wasn't too big of a crowd, nor was anyone paying that much attention. But it was a fun car ride, that's for sure. Take that, Jerry Seinfeld. We said some funny shit in that car. That's never to repeat it again, though. And then I got dropped off at Dufferin and King, and there's a McDonald's there, and there was like 8 minutes until the bus would come to drive me back home. So I was like, oh, I'll just get some McDonald's. And then heard some funny conversations about how a girl was just drunk. She's like, if you just ordered a filet-o-fish, anyone who orders a filet-o-fish is a red flag to me. And it was funny. Put that in my Twitter, and it got a few likes, so that was cool. And then I got a Facebook message about, I thought about going to the midnight. There's a midnight show at the Crown and Tiger, which is just on College Street. And I sent a message saying, hey, we're coming from Brampton, is it possible for me to get on? And then, I got a message just as I was getting home. It was just like, hey, it's still going on. And I was like, all right. So I hopped on the College Streetcar and I headlined the show. And it was a great, warm audience. I was so pleasantly surprised because it was just full. I did my jokes. I didn't read off any paper. And I don't know, it's always nice when you end off the night with the best set at the end, because then you're riding home being like, yes, this is not a huge mistake. Or I'm not a failure at life. I can make people laugh. I'm a pleasant person to be around. And I don't know, every once in a while you need those crowds to just make sure you're not just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, I just started feeding Maple randomly. But this has been your next edition of Stand Up Diaries. I have been Michelle Christine.